Today's show is brought to you by the 2011 Glazer Kennedy Info Summit. Reserve your seat by November 3rd and save over $200. Click the banner on the sidebar for more information.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of No BS Live TV. I'm your outrageous marketing guy, Bill Glazer, and I want you to ask yourself this question. How well do I know my customer? Because on today's show, we're going to take a look at 5 of Dan Kennedy's 10 smart market diagnosis and profiling questions, and how these questions can reveal the answer you need to create well-targeted sales messages, either online or offline, for your business. And at the end of today's show, we'll reveal our $1 bonus giveaway for the week and the winner of last week's giveaway. So let's go. In his best-selling book, The Ultimate Sales Letter, Dan Kennedy says, to persuade someone, to motivate someone, to sell someone, you really need to understand that person. The more you understand your customer, the more likely you are to succeed in getting your customer to take action. So today, to assist you all in obtaining this understanding, we're going to look at 5 of Dan Kennedy's 10 smart market diagnosis and profiling questions. So here we go. Number 1. What keeps them awake at night? That's right. What keeps them awake at night? I have never worked in a business, in a niche, in an industry at all where I've written copy for that, where I don't always go there, and there is always things that actually the prospect keeps them awake at night, that they worry about in their businesses, that they really is the biggest things that they continue to worry overall and globally about their business. So you want to make that list, and if you don't know that, you want to go find out the answers to that. You know, go talk to people that you're selling to and ask them those questions. So you make sure that you have that, because you want to put that into your marketing message, which links now to number 2 on our list is, what are their top 3 daily frustrations? So what are the things that go in their daily lives in their business, which is the top 3 daily frustrations? Usually it's things such as, how do I find and keep the best employees? How do I get my vendors to ship me? My customers, how do I get more new customers? How do I get my customers to return more often? Things like that. So when you put together number 1 on the list, what's the things that keep them awake at night globally, and number 2 is what are their top 3 daily frustrations, now in your marketing messages, you want to communicate those to them so that the people understand that you have empathy for them and you understand them. There's no better message that you will get in your marketing than the person saying to themselves, hey, this person understands me, this person's speaking directly to me. But that's just 2 of them. Let's move on to 3 more. Number 3 is there a built-in bias to the way that they make decisions? Oftentimes there is. So like, for example, engineers, they're very analytical people. So they make analytical decisions, and oftentimes when you communicate with them, you have to actually speak to them in a very analytical kind of way. So is there some kind of built-in bias to the way people think that you're selling to, that the way that they really make their decisions? Number 4 is, do they have their own language? You know what the answer to this question is? Yes, they do have their own language. I have never met a niche at all that doesn't have its own language. It doesn't matter who you're marketing to, that niche has their own language. I remember years ago when I was in the menswear business, I was at a trade show, a big trade show in Las Vegas, and I was sitting around, I was talking to 2 other menswear retailers that were friends of mine. And we were sitting around and having a conversation about, hey, what's your turn on that product? What's your ROI on that product? Language that was unique to our industry. And you know what? I thought to myself, gee, it's funny. If somebody walked along right now and overheard our conversation, but wasn't a menswear retailer, they would have thought we were from Mars. They wouldn't know what the hell we were talking about. And that's what this is all about, is every industry has their own language, and you want to make sure you find out and use the language of that industry in all your marketing, because again, it leaps back to make sure people understand that you understand them. Then number 5 on this list is, who else has tried selling something similar to them and how? This is a 2-part piece. So who else has tried selling something similar to them in the niche? That's very, very instructive to let you know if somebody else is successful selling something similar to them in the niche, then there's a good chance you will be successful because we know people in that niche want to buy the thing that we are selling to them. But the other one is in how have they tried to sell it to them? Have they tried to sell it to them through a webinar or teleseminar? Have they sold it to them online using a video sales letter? Have they sold it to them by speaking from the stage? Have they sold it to them by sending them a long form sales letter? How have they tried to sell it to them, and what is similar that they have sold to them? Because people are people and buyers are buyers, and the way people buy, they will continue to buy that way. For example, when I buy direct mail lists from a list broker, I always will buy the direct mail list that matches the profile of my best prospects, or actually of my best customers. I want to buy that list. And then I like to overlay that against what's called a buyer's list, which are people that we know buy using direct mail. Because if we know they buy through direct mail and they match the profile of buyers, I'll have a much better success rate than sending it to people who don't buy through direct mail. So again, the how they buy is very instructive. So once you understand your customers, you will undoubtedly be able to write well-targeted sales messages that push them into action. And if you want to see the other 5 of Dan Kenney's 10 smart market diagnosis and profiling questions, along with over 200 pages of the tips and strategies for creating great sales letters and sales messages that get read, grab a copy of the Ultimate Sales Letter. It actually has just been recently updated, so if you have an old copy, you actually want to get a new one. And that's available at www.nobsbooks.com. And not only when you go there, not only will you find that book, but all of Dan's books are there. All the books in his Ultimate Sales, I think there's Ultimate Sales Letter, Ultimate Marketing Planner are there, and all the books in his No BS series are there. And this other book you'll find there too, from this new aspiring young author that wrote this great book called Outrageous Advertising that's outrageously successful. Yep, my book is there as well. So there you have it.
Today's show is brought to you by the 2011 Glazer Kennedy Info Summit. A quick reminder, time is running out. Your last chance to register for the Glazer Kennedy Info Summit is November 3rd. Register by November 3rd and save over a $200 discount. Click the banner in the sidebar for more information.
So now let's move on to our $1 bonus giveaway. And for those of you who don't know, here's how this works. You download our $1 bonus for this week, and at the end of the show, or anytime between now and Thursday, and you'll be entered to win a GKIC resource from our Resource Center. So, Jessica, let's see what this week's resource is.
Jessica here, bringing this week's $1 bonus prize to one lucky winner. Claim this week's $1 bonus and you'll be instantly entered to win Champions of the Info Summit. You'll get inside access to a compilation of cutting-edge knowledge to grow your information marketing business. Now back to Bill.
Hey, thanks so much, Jessica. You're doing a great job. Now let's move on to the drawing to pick the winner from last week's drawing.
Congratulations to Rick Lambrecht from El Paso, Texas, our winner of last week's prize for claiming the $1 bonus. Rick, you can expect to see Dan Kennedy's consulting and coaching in your mailbox shortly. Want to claim this week's prize? Claim the $1 bonus by clicking the banner on the No BS Live TV website and you will be instantly entered to win.
Okay, a big thank you for tuning in to No BS Live TV. Join us next Tuesday for another great information-packed episode. Again, I'm your outrageous marketing guy, Bill Glazer, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter, become our fan on Facebook. See you next week.